today. There was some historic presidential executive orders declaring Antifa and the KKK terrorist organizations. Great. My question is, after 130 plus years of the KKK and 90 years of the anti-fascist movement, why didn't it take Donald Trump to do these things? Doesn't matter which side of the spectrum you fall, both Democrats and Republicans have had control at some time or another during those years. And of course, anti-fascist movement, we saw part of it with the Weather Underground in the 70s, but it's been mainly overseas until late 1990s when it started coming to our shores. But other people have seen this threat and nobody's done anything about it, especially not the left. I argue that the left funds them, just like they founded the KKK after the first Republican president, Abraham Lincoln, ended slavery, fought the Civil War, was assassinated. The militant arm of the people that hated black people, I guess you could say, that thought they were lesser people, was the KKK. And as long as there's been people in power, they've always funded organizations, and I don't care if it's left, right, it doesn't matter. I'd probably contend that there's never been people in power that really, truly were for the people. I would say that most of it, they use the people to enrich themselves. Until now. I know a lot of people would try to argue that point and say, oh, Trump's in it for the money. And of course, we see the reports where, he's actually lost at least a quarter of his net worth by being president. We won't even get into the assassination attempts on him and his family, the threats. I personally believe that he honestly is trying to do the right thing for all people. Doesn't matter what color you are, or gender you are, or who you are. If you're American, he's trying to do for you. Trying to give us a fair system that works for us, not against us, doesn't just use us. And we'll see. The proof will be in the pudding. But here we are, not quite 4 years into his presidency, and the things that have changed are just unbelievable. With our jobs going overseas, with our money, you look at gas prices even though they could be lower. Some states didn't fall like other states. I'm not going to say who is in charge of those states, like California, Nevada, New York. But I think they could have fell more. Probably no reason I still should have been paying $1.30 more than some people, a state or two over. Executive order declaring Antifa a terrorist organization and the KKK. You're talking about two groups that are mainly white people. Different ages maybe, different backgrounds maybe. And you're not going to find one Republican that'll be mad about this executive order. Most Republicans, you want to believe that Republicans are bad people or something like that. Most Republicans just want to be left alone, have their labors count for something, live and be free, be able to pursue happiness. There's no way that 60, 70 million Republicans are all rich, and it's just the rich white people or something like that. Right now, the Republican Party has 26 black congressmen running for election right now. It's more than the Democrats. I think that times are changing. People are seeing, you can tell when somebody's honest and when somebody's just trying to gain your vote or sell you whatever you want to hear, or snake oil salesman. And believe me, I'm not one person that doesn't leave out the realm of possibilities of ulterior motive on the back end. I see some stuff that seems like maybe all be part of their plan. Maybe. But it sure doesn't seem that way. And you know, if you go the other way, they definitely don't have our best interest at heart. They don't have any ideas. I guarantee you can't ask one Antifa member what would make them happy and stop. They'll never be happy. They'll never be satisfied. And at the end of the day, the people that fund them and the people that, you know, use them are never going to make them somebody's. Be stuffed in a trunk and discarded like trash like they do pretty much anybody they use. So this new platinum executive order and platinum plan for the black communities and you know, you can say whatever motives, whatever, but the fact is that it's going to happen, and it's going to benefit black communities. And if we can get these Antifa morons off the streets, it's going to benefit Americans. So we're going to sit back now, and we're going to watch, and we're going to see who comes out and says this is a bad thing. I can guarantee you who it won't be. We'll just see what they say. We'll see how the so-called media portrays it. We'll see what they all have to say about it. Or will they cover it? You know, they haven't covered a whole lot of the Hunter Biden stuff that broke. The document, 87-page document, stating that he was taking $3.5 million from the mayor's wife in Moscow, a billionaire from Moscow. That said nothing about the being tied to people with sex trafficking and prostitution rings or illegal trafficking rings. Media's not touched that. They're staying away. They're protected, and I wonder why. So we'll see what they've got to say about it. Like I said, I guarantee you I know who won't say a bad thing about it. Because good Americans want to see these people gone. It's okay to have a different opinion. It's okay to even hate people. When you start violating other people's rights, and you think that they've actually hurt any bad people, they're hurting normal people. They're hurting people, you know, both sides of the aisle, all types of walks of life, different thought. People just want to enjoy a meal with their baby. That's not okay. You start violating other people's rights, you no longer have rights. So I think it's time to remove these people. So we'll see. Sit back, watch, see who supports it, who doesn't, and question their motives. Always. See you guys.